Yo, so today we got that 2K26 news that everyone's been waiting for. We got the roadmap reveal, but this screenshot right here holds way more news than you guys would ever think, and I'm gonna break down some of the most important parts about it.
Okay, guys, so off the bat, they hit us with rewarding skill-based gameplay. What this basically is, for most of the guys who don't understand, this is like when you squad with your friends or whoever you squad with, and you know you can beat a group of guys, but you just weren't hitting shots in 2K25 and 2K26. Those are going to drop. You're going to be beating those guys with ease. That means no more fluky games where you're up 18-6 and all of a sudden it feels like the other team can come back and beat you guys by hitting a couple jump shots, knowing they should never win that game. But don't get me wrong, though. This also does mean that you need to know your jump shot timing this year. Rewarding skill-based gameplay is for the skill-based guys who are actually knowing the timing, knowing when to hit certain dribble moves and knowing when to pass. But now, back to this screenshot, guys. There is a key thing that a lot of you are missing. Well, I haven't seen it yet on anyone's page, and there's also another thing that I think 2K is hinting at that we all wanted for a long time with the new park makeover and things like that. So I'm going to get into that. I'm going to show you a few screenshots that I noticed on here and break them down a little bit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this here is our first look at an official 2K26 MyPLAYER build and what the out of bounds MyCAREER will somewhat look like. As you know, they said in the video, now you can do like team, you can go to a scheduled team workout, or you can take the traditional route and get scouted to a team. And this here build is the small ball forward. This is more like a 6'7", playmaker, shooter. Kind of do it all, but not at like extensive limits. As you can see, they basically give you the basic breakdown of your MyPLAYER. They give you your offensive strengths, your defensive strengths, and they also tell you like your projected draft stock. But the best part about this is the scouting notes, I believe. It shows you like if you play high IQ basketball, that whether if you're a good teammate or more of an ISO baller, and also like your strengths and weaknesses on defense and getting back and forth. I think it's just like a better, more replica of the NBA and how things will go, because this is something that coaches would take a good look at before drafting a player. And I know the sim heads out there definitely want to see something like this. Now, the thing everyone's been missing out on, I don't know how y'all don't see this, bro. This is return of the original rep system in sort of a way. I don't know how anyone's not seeing this. It's clearly like rep or some type of separator within the My City or Park, whatever you want to call it now, with their new rework of the park. This is kind of giving us what we always wanted and what we had back in 2K16, 17. Is it 18? No, 18 was overall. 2K16, 17, 15 years. They returned the rep this year with 15 different, I guess, categories you could be in. And they also have just like a little of color, like how they used to have in the older 2Ks. I think that's sweet that they return that this year, but I think that's also hinting towards something that we always wanted. I believe that this year 2K will be giving us one of the other things that we always wanted in a fashion, but not all the way there. In the past few 2Ks, we had hints at everything that we always wanted. We got last year's MyTEAM was on the rooftop parks. Even in the event center, we got two older parks remodeled and able for us to play for. This year, I believe they're going to do kind of like what we all have been asking or seen before. People would say, "Could you give us multiple different locations?" I believe this year they're just going to do it in a style whereas we have a sunset type of thing. We have, not even just a sunset, just like a beach type of court, and more of like an old town type of court, or like a Rucker Park type of thing. You know what I mean? Just like real court themes. I believe they're actually going to give us that type of thing this year. But if you remember in 2K22 next gen, I believe it was, all of the other courts around that big city were like different theme type of courts. They had like a backyard court at one with like the water bottom that you could fill it up. They had a Sprite themed court, a Gatorade themed court, different courts that had challenges at it. So I believe they're going to go back on that type of form of thing, but in some way or fashion make it like more of like a park instead of just a court where everyone can hop on and play 21 and things like that. But this is what I grabbed so far from the first reveal of the 2K26 information, and I'll see you guys next time.